Welcome to the Jon and Heidi Show podcast.
Jon and Heidi.
Here's Jon and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, Jon?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday, the 12th day of October. Today, National Farmers Day. Farmers, by the way, awesome. Without them, we'd all be very, very hungry.
You betcha.
And we'd be naked because, there'd be no fabric and no food. Cookbook Launch Day. Heidi has written a couple of cookbooks, but just for our children, I think she should make cookbooks for everybody. I really do. International Moment of Frustration Scream Day is today. National Savings Day, which should be every day. Put a little bit away, for a rainy day. Pulled Pork Day, World Arthritis Day, National Gumbo Day. All of those things happening on this Thursday. And it's a Thursday, which means we have a Dear Jon letter.
Yeah, we do.
And our Dear Jon letter today is all about apples. Yeah, somebody tried to, well, they didn't try. They did pick some apples from this family's tree. And it's interesting because you could be lighthearted about it, but at the end of the day, it's trespassing. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So there's a lighthearted way that I'm going to answer this, but there's also a more serious way. We're going to chat all about that coming up.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. So, when your destination is 2 floors up, do you wait for an elevator or do you take the stairs? If you pick door number 2, your heart is probably healthier because of it. Not only that, stair climbing might even be better for you than walking 1,000 steps a day. Tulane University researchers found that taking at least 50 steps upstairs every day could slash your risk of heart disease, including coronary artery disease and stroke, by 20%, Heidi.
Wow.
And it can be better for you than pounding the pavement with your step counter because stair climbing requires use of different muscles, more balance, and more motor skills. According to researchers, a lot of activity from your cardiovascular system, and that is one of the things that people find themselves out of breath while climbing stairs.
Oh, yeah.
It's because it's a good workout. So here's my only struggle when I climb stairs: my knee.
Yes, your knee.
I'm getting old, and I got my knee pops from time to time. I'm like,
Both of us are right knee. It's
I know.
weird.
It is. Both are right
Yeah.
knee. I don't know what we've done. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. If reports are believed to be true, you may soon one day be driving an Apple iCar. When I say you, I mean you, not me.
Not me.
Still top secret, but those in the know say the prototype electric vehicle is being developed in the tech company to be running on the iOS system. It'll be autonomous, means it drives itself. It's more of a cruiser than a performance vehicle, and you'd be able to start it with your iPhone and use the Apple's CarPlay system. It also is going to be about the same price as a Tesla Model X, which is about $100,000 US.
Yikes.
So one more reason that I probably won't be driving one of those anytime soon. I could buy 100 vehicles for that much at $1,000 a piece. I have driven many $1,000 cars. The least I've ever paid for a car. What's the least you've ever paid for a car?
I think the least that I've ever paid for a car was when I've been married to you,
Yeah.
and it was a $500 vehicle.
The least I've ever paid for a car, by the way, $25. And I drove that for a while. So what's the most we've ever paid? Way less than 100,000.
I want to say 24.
Yeah. I mean, and that was a nice, really, it was nice for us. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Titanic didn't have much. Jack Dawson's outfit, though, is expected to sell for over 6 figures.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah, the costume Leo wore in James Cameron's classic is going up for auction next month, with the winning bid predicted to fall somewhere between $115,000 and $230,000. DiCaprio spent most of the film dressed in the outfit, consisting of corduroy pants, overalls, a button-down long-sleeve shirt, and a vest. The garments, including custom labels reading Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio and the date, August 1996. Other items of note as well are going to be up for auction, like C-3PO's head from Star Wars New Hope. They're thinking that's going to go for $1.15 million. I got a feeling I won't be buying any of those. Peppa Pig is set to, she set the internet ablaze. They announced that Katy Perry will appear on the show's anniversary special. So that's kind of cool. And there's a lot of other fun stuff here as well. If you'd like to read the whole story, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. We haven't done one of these in a while, but it's a fun little game I like to play with Heidi called Would You Rather.
So I've
had this
I do
one.
kind of like this.
I've had this sitting here for a bit. Would you rather lose your cell phone or break your big toe?
Lose my cell phone.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I'd rather not break my big toe. Would you rather have a 10-hour dinner with your least favorite political figure or a 10-hour concert of a music group that you can't stand?
The concert.
Really?
Oh, yes.
10 hours is 10 hours, I guess. Would you rather only be able to communicate via emojis or only be able to communicate using slang words?
Probably slang. I can get awfully creative with slang.
That would actually be really... It reminds me of a scene from the movie Airplane. Would you rather live in a treehouse or live in a boathouse? I'm thinking the treehouse sounds like fun.
The treehouse would be kind of fun, yeah.
Would you rather be in a fight club that meets once a month or a book club that meets every day? Sign me up. Sign me up for that fight club.
I'd rather be in the book club.
Would you really?
Yeah.
A daily book club? I couldn't do that. Would you rather always have to say what you're thinking or never be able to speak again?
Always say what I'm thinking, baby.
She does that anyway.
I pretty much do that already.
Pretty much. That's why she doesn't get to talk on the radio nearly as much as she would like. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance along to every song you hear?
Probably dance along.
I'd rather sing. I'm not going to dance. Sounds like a lot of work. Would you rather go without deodorant the day you meet your celebrity crush or run into them when you just roll out of bed?
Probably just run into them when I just roll out of bed.
All right. And our final, would you rather accidentally like a photo of your ex on Instagram or accidentally send a naughty text to a relative?
Send a naughty text to a relative.
You've
My
done that
relatives
too.
wouldn't care.
Yeah, she's done that. All right. It wasn't like a naughty photo thing. It was just her saying something she shouldn't have. And then she realized, ooh, that was a group text. All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. It's time now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right. I have to admit, I know the person who has this Dear John letter. It is a super nice guy. I've known him for years. He's a good dude. And I thought this letter was really funny. Maybe it's funnier if you know the guy. I don't know. Maybe not. But I'll read it. You tell me what you think here. Dear John, would you be irritated by this? Yesterday, I have a lady who I've never seen before shows up at our house and hands me homemade apple crisp. She said that she took the apples off our apple tree in our yard to make the apple crisp, and she thought that we should have the first taste of it. We use those apples for ourselves to do all kinds of things. I understand the gesture. However, those are our apples that we take care of, and we use them for things like applesauce, apple juice, apple pie, etc. I'm assuming they took a ton of apples so they could also make apple crisp and other stuff for themselves. I've got cameras all over the outside of our house, and now I guess I have to put one down by the apple tree as well. If you want apples, by the way, just ask, and we probably would have said yes. Secondly, it looks good, but after everything that's happening in the world, I'm not sure I want to eat it. Any advice on this? Signed, I came up with the name, Apple Tree Guy.
That was clever.
A lot of stretching on that. What should I call him? We always keep it anonymous, so we're not going to say who this is. But I want to just say, first of all, I think it was nice that she brought you some. And one of the things that I would say is if you don't have like a sign, sometimes people don't realize that.
Exactly.
Where they just go, oh, there's apples. I can grab some apples. When I was a kid, I grew up in a small town, and there were trees all over town. We'd stop and grab apples.
All the time.
And I don't think I ever once asked advice or asked permission.
No.
But I also remember numerous times where there would be people out there, and we would stop by, and we'd say, hey, so I guess we would have asked permission. Can we grab some apples? And they're like, yeah, go for it. I don't care. So maybe the person I know, and again, like I said, I know this guy. I know that they've lived in his house for just a few years. So this apple tree was there way before you guys were. Maybe the people who used to live there allowed for people to just grab apples whenever they wanted to. So if that has changed.
Right. You need to just set some new boundaries.
Yeah. And here's what I would even do. I would even say, please ask permission before taking apples. So that way they know that if you're interested in apples, call us or let us know. Because again, you're right. It's your property. So every single time somebody's going on there, if you wanted to, you could call the police and do something because they are trespassing.
Right.
And if there's no signs up telling them that they're not supposed to, they might just think it's okay. So again, this is kind of one of those.
Unless these are branches that are hanging off of your property line, then they can take them.
No, and again, I know the situation, not because it was in the letter, but because I know the guy.
Right.
And I saw photos because he even sent photos going, look, they had to come way into his property.
Right.
Now it's out kind of by his driveway. But this isn't something where they could have just grabbed him from the road.
Right.
They had to walk quite a bit onto the property. He lives in a small town, and I personally think that whoever lived there before probably let people, hey, come and just grab apples willy-nilly. Yep. And if that changed, I think it would only be fair that you let people know that, hey, that changed. If you're interested, let me know. We probably will have extras. And there might even be a time where you say, hey,
you could reach out to those people and say, look, we could really use some help.
Yeah.
So these don't go to waste.
If you guys want to come over, let's go crazy this weekend and get them as many as you want. But again, I agree 100% with you that it's weird that somebody would just come and take your stuff. And it was sweet of her to come up and say, would you like some apple crisp? And it probably was fine. But I'm
sure it was fine. She wouldn't have gone out of her way to come over and
But I also would say, after everything that's happening in the world, and if you've had other issues with other things and there could be somebody that's a little upset about something, then definitely throw that away. Because anybody could send a sweet little old lady up the driveway with a, hey, I got some apple crisp for you. I'm just saying, I would be really careful in this day and age. But does that mean if you bring me brownies, I'm not eating them? I'm eating them while you're here. You're eating them with me. Just saying.
Yeah, if they don't eat them, then you know there's a problem.
So
and you don't eat them.
But here's the thing that's interesting. Online, it's been interesting to see the response to this. If you would like to chime in with your advice for Apple Tree Guy, I know he would appreciate it. I can tell you I would appreciate it. You can do that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Any final words for you, Heidi?
No, just saying, at least she was a nice thief.
Nicest thief we've read about all week. All right, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Frogs use their eyeballs to push food down their throat.
Oh.
Wow.
Ew.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Singer Meatloaf did not eat meatloaf. As a matter of fact, he was a vegetarian.
Oh,
That's kind of cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
what's that, John?
The main cluster of riders in a bicycle race is called a peloton. That's where that bike gets its
Okay.
name, a peloton, Peloton. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A study found that politicians tend to express lies and inaccuracies through longer sentences. So if they're speaking really long, they made
Sure.
up half of that stuff.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats have 3 eyelids, but most do not have eyelashes. Wow.
I've never
Yeah.
noticed.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Strawberry is the only fruit with seeds on the outside.
I think we've said that
Yeah,
one
and our
before.
final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A car traveling 100 miles an hour would take over 29 million years to reach the nearest star.
Well, there you
So
go.
I don't encourage you to do that. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 96% of us admit that we do this, even though we know it will hurt. What is it? I don't really do this.
I don't
know people
I
who
have
do.
no idea.
Eat or drink something hot. So you ever see people like, I'm going to have this bell pepper or ghost pepper.
I try not to.
I don't do
no,
that stuff.
No.
Yeah, not in.
I don't know
do
if they mean.
I eat hot pizza once in a while.
Do you
and
think
burn
that's
my-
what I meant? Do you
I
think
guess I
they
do
mean
that.
I'm eating things that are
Probably.
too hot or things that you know are going to be spicy?
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I guess I do
Because
that.
I have done that.
And I drink hot coffee. and
Even
I'm
though
like,
I know
why
it's
did
going to be
do
way
that?
too hot, I eat it anyway.
Well, 96% of us.
Yeah.
So we all do that. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. They might be interested in this at the recently announced Nerf theme park in Brazil. A German engineer has custom built a toy minigun capable of firing off 684 Nerf darts in a minute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's more than 11 per second. Thomas Bush's Moab, or Mother of All Blasters, broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest motorized foam dart gun fire rate. Wait a minute. What? The fastest motorized foam dart gun
that's
fire rate.
pretty cool.
That's very specific. The darts fly at a speed of 45 miles an hour, approximately the same as a standard Nerf gun. But according to the designer, the high rate of fire adds a little extra sting. Although he says it does hurt a bit. So in other words, don't shoot people with this. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Lawn Starter ranked the 2023 best states to visit in the fall.
Okay.
Okay, so they have gone high and low, looked all around the United States to find out where should we go, where should we not go. You want the best states first or the worst states?
Let's go with the worst states.
So the worst states to visit, not according to me. Don't get mad at me. This is according to Lawn Starter. Number 5, Texas. 4, Florida. 3, Delaware. 2, Oklahoma. And according to them, the worst state to visit in the fall is Louisiana. Now let's talk about the best states to visit. Number 5, Pennsylvania. 4, Michigan. 3, Washington. 2, New York. What would you think is the number 1 state to visit in the fall? You'll never get it right.
Vermont?
No, California.
Oh, no way.
I'm assuming they mean Northern California because that makes more sense. But the list brought to you, I've got the link, by the way, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. The list, though, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Don Marquis says, "A pessimist is a person who has had to listen to too many optimists." In this family, I am very much the optimist. Heidi is very much the pessimist.
I am a realist.
I was going to say, she says she's not a pessimist. Realist. She says she's a realist. She is the most negative realist I've ever met in my life. But I'm an optimist, so we balance out. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. All right, take a listen to this. Adam Wainwright promised his kid a puppy when he retires, but his team beat him to it. So I'm not a sports guy, so don't be mad if I say something wrong here. But Adam Wainwright announced his retirement from baseball. He made a promise to his children, though, that he would bring a family dog into their lives. Little did he know, the St. Louis Cardinals had a heartwarming surprise in store for him. He had always told his kids they couldn't get a dog until he retired from baseball. I don't know if you know this about baseball. They travel a lot.
They do.
Before the final game of the year, the Cardinals organized a touching 35-minute ceremony for the 42-year-old pitcher and his family. During the event, the team presented Wainwrights with an adorable puppy dog. It is a Lagato Romolnago puppy. See, I told you I don't know anything about sports.
No idea.
Now you know I know nothing about dogs either. The family is a large one, consisting of 4 daughters, Bailey and Macy and Sadie, and a 4-year-old son named Caleb. Is that only 3 names? Bailey? Oh, Addison. I was going to say, I only read 3 names. Addison is the one I missed. Anyway, you can see the full ceremony. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. I remember...
What if he wanted to pick out his own dog?
I was going to just say that.
That's kind of a personal gift.
That is one of those things. You don't buy somebody else a dog. Again, I understand they wanted a dog. Unless maybe they talked about this is what we really
this
want.
This is my... dream dog. I don't know.
That could be, but I remember when we were puppyless, and I said we're not going to do dogs anymore. We're going to travel a bit. We're going to get out there and enjoy the world. And then my wife calls me and is like, "Hey, guess what? I'm buying a puppy." So
no,
that's not quite what you said. Hey, can I get a dog? And I'm like,
you said
whatever.
Yes, whatever you want to do.
And now I love that little furball. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.